Feature Friday.
The freshest.
I mean, vocals have been quite the topic of conversation throughout the whole of K-pop, and I wanted to go back to some of our favorite moments in Korean pop of singing. There's some that we've never seen, and this is a compilation we've never seen in the past, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna get some familiar faces. Perhaps some Mamamoo, perhaps some XO, perhaps some Taehyung, perhaps some IU. You know, perhaps some Shiny.
Something to really make you feel like you are back in vocal heaven.
Indeed, and it's not like K-pop at the moment is bad. No.
It's not.
The generation in question are the rookies. They're coming up at the moment. And this guy's,
Give them time to grow. You know what I'm
someone
saying?
said in the comments, is like SM keeps him in the dungeon for a while, marinating.
Well, SM hasn't dropped anything new since Rise, which is basically NCT.
Yeah, let's give it some marks. Let's see if we agree. Oh,
This will forever be iconic.
dude, the way I quote this, you just want to walk around.
He's not fine.
I've never
I've never heard that.
I've never seen it.
Lunar Solar, who are these girls?
And why don't we have a bass, man? It's just because they don't have an alto or anyone on their own.
Yeah, they're all mezzos or sopranos. Uh-huh. Yes. Wow!
Also, I have to say one thing. I think the reason why, like, say if you look at Korean fans and like the criticisms of modern K-pop vocals at the moment, I think it's because in Korea, dude, there are some damn vocalists because Korea loves ballads. Korean ballads are next level, you know. And then you have groups like Forestella out here, you know, who are like, they're like the epitome of like, can you do pop with like you know, outstanding vocal. You have Sohyun, you have Ailey, you have other, you know, ginormous names that I can't remember from the top of my head. What was that girl? I forget her name. She does like jazz. We checked her out on the stream. She's such an outstanding Korean singer. I'll just put it up here. So Korea has some insane, like, technical singers.
Yes, you have to take into consideration as well that even if it is in the music shows, it's popular music, but the number one trending sound in Korea always is ballads.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what time of the year it is. Most of the top 10 there's usually soloist, the ballads.
Quite a bit of ballads.
And you need the vocal pedigree for that.
Correcto.
Yeah.
So you get singles like this. Look. Bora.
It's just ridiculous. Yeah. Go. Very nice. Oh, dude, this was so
Justice
good.
for Lovelies, bro. What the fuck happened?
I agree. Also, the sound engineer was like, I got you, girls.
They're the only group with this amount of members that were such vocal purists. I think in the whole of Korean pop.
And I think it's such a freaking damn heartache to see them.
Sucks.
Yeah, to see them like in these moments and never again. Like you never heard anything else.
What the hell happened to them?
I have no idea. Whoa, the alto was doing.
A lot of people like this.
I like Solar's version.
Yeah, Solar's version is
it's just
nuts.
ridiculous. This is what contemporary pop vocals sound in musicals, which is kind of cool.
Dude, can we go back to the era of, you know how Sola in her own YouTube channel was grabbing the fucking the lyrics on her hand, right? She'll print them out and then she's like, oh, I've never sang this song, and then she start belting it out and you can see how she's working through the song. Actually, NMIX's what's her name? Lily. She does this in the live streams. Also, another member of NMIX does this with a guitar.
Okay.
So that there are a few idols that are still doing this, like, you know, properly. Because what happens in Live, or as I call, how it's actually called, It's Live. Not It's Live, V Live. What happens there is, they're sort of messing around, so you can't really judge those clips, accurately. But in a lot of these videos, they're actually trying, and
this is why I believe that Solar having a YouTube channel where she posted a lot of this unfiltered, raw, whatever saturated, whatever happened, kind of vocal practices actually changed the game for me, because if you had any doubt, here is the proof to the pudding.
The only problem is you need to have that level of pedigree.
Correct, and I think that's the reason why a lot of this doesn't happen.
Yeah, and Mama Moo are Mama Moo for a fucking reason.
Yeah, yes.
What the? That run is mental. I don't know that much about A-Pink. I wasn't that impressed by that clip
I'm not
at
sure
all,
that
actually.
was impressive.
Yeah, but I don't know much about A-Pink, so maybe
neither,
that was just not the best clip.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, yo, what? Dude, Korea's nuts, man. Like, Korean editors are fucking cracked, man. I don't think...
That was pitch
That
corrected.
seems to me like, yeah.
That wasn't... This was ridiculous, bro. Look at that engagement. And then, finish on a backbend because you can. Because
fuck?
you're that fabulous.
She is
She's
nuts.
ridiculously great. That's proper belting power. That's actually a really good mix.
So again, Korean television shows are actually quite interesting because there's a few of them that are very raw, genuinely very, very raw. And they're some of our favorite ones. Like they really prevail in that sense. Obviously KBS, Encores, music shows, stuff like that. They're very popular. And they seem to be really purists. Let's showcase the audience who these guys really are, And then you have very well produced shows that I'm not gonna say names because it's a bit like it's not this called actually fuck it. I don't give a damn.
No.
Like you've say for example Masked Singer, right? Masked Singer pisses me off sometimes because the singers they bring in there are class.
They are.
Why the fuck did you have to compress the sound like that, pitch correct it, and change it?
Yeah.
What's the point?
It defeats the purpose of trying to find out who the singer
Because
is.
what the audience hears is nowhere near the fucking same what you got to hear in the television.
Not even
And then
close.
you have magical moments like that. Was it Taeyang with that fan?
Yes.
Right? That did not sound like that live. I've seen behind the scenes clips that you can't get online. That, for example, and then you have clips like this, right? That's
Phenomenal.
outstanding.
That's
She is
phenomenal.
technically outstanding.
She
I
doesn't
know
need
they
help.
still compressed and they still added a bunch of makeup for no fucking reason.
But the clip before that, the one with the whistle note, which wasn't really whistle note register, by the way, that was just falsetto work. But in terms of which is the half of the work, but vocally speaking. But this needed so much help that they pitch corrected it and then kind of made it sound inhuman.
And here's the
it
thing.
wasn't even human sounding.
Could she have not done that whistle note? Yes, she probably can. She's a great singer, I bet.
Yeah.
But was there a need for that? I don't know because you're trying to adhere to these impossible standards. And here's the thing. JTBC is one of those TV networks, because that is JTBC, that does things very well. Like, for example, a Begin Again. Like that's an outstanding production and the right way to do, for example, post-production, sound that was live and raw, and what the audience gets in comparison to what the live audience gets. That's fantastic. You got the right mix there. That's why we've sort of loved working with JTBC. But there's a bunch of other shows on some ginormous networks. JTBC actually gets a free card on this because they've been really consistent with what they produce music-wise.
I also feel like there is you have to understand what the show is trying to conceptualize.
If you're selling me music, give me music.
the show is about. And I think a lot of the times the embellishments that happen in post-productions are because of the concept of the show and not the lack or the
ability of the
ability
girls
of
or the guys.
singers.
It's
Yeah.
nothing to do with them.
I love that. Nice, actually.
Really nice.
Actually, that was very, very
really
well
nice.
done.
And they came together really nicely.
Yeah. There's nothing easy about that song.
This is when Red Velvet was like, rent was due, bro. Like,
Oh yes.
in their
when
immortal
they
songs,
had
like
to
they had to
work.
fucking prove a point. I don't know why. I don't know who told them
Yeah.
that. So something wrong. People believe you're good singers, mate. Like, relax.
Rent was due.
I think what's happened with Red Velvet is the same thing that happens a lot with a ton of Korean pop groups. This is the environment in which they can shine like this, with this physical demand,
Yes.
with this type of demanding song. You can't do this and then do a choreo. Impossible.
Ridiculous. No.
Impossible. Especially with a lot of the timbres of the girls.
Because they're mezzo-sopranos, which actually you need to anchor a lot to be a belter in
Yep.
that register. And if you're moving around and you have high heels on and you're worried about where your next position is going to be, it's going to mess up with your whole breath control.
It just doesn't work. Dude, but look at the difference in voice, man. Like, body on this woman. Vocally and physically.
Oh my god, she gives me the chills every time.
Such healthy girth, isn't it?
Gorgeous, gorgeous flip, my god. Oh, heaven, that was heaven. She's beautiful. Still mad at... Yeah, literally.
If you ever want to know if like a singer is really good, you know, if you look at like a common theme like Ailey or Sola or like Hwasa, Ween is also like Ween is very interesting because she's like the middle between like Sola and Hwasa.
Yeah.
She can do kind of both styles, but regardless, and Moonbi obviously like a good
alto,
good alto. Rare in K-pop, ironically
Yes.
enough. But if you ever want to know if they're good singers, when you look at clips like this, even the ones that have a ton of post-production and they're big productions, listen to there's a type of like girth and healthy fullness of a voice. Like Ailey has it, Sola has it, Hwasa has it, and then you'll start to really you're able then to really nitpick of like, oh, they gave her that girth in post-production, and it's just really you'll be able to catch it really easily. Like if you look,
it's fine-tuning listening,
Yeah.
to be completely honest. It in both cases for Solar and Ailey, you have a lot of what I call grounding, which is when you are pushing your larynxes down towards the chest and creating this like resonant, really full, warm sounding vocals that actually allow you to find a more sustainable and continuous belt because you have more control of what the larynx are doing in that position. It actually changes a lot what the sound of the singer is like, even if the register or the key of the song is quite high.
Yep.
Imagine it's a really well balanced sound.
if you want like in terms of practical terms on what I think this new generation should be focusing on in terms of like vocal training, it's not range and it's not
It's
texture,
grounding.
it's grounding, because both of those things, easier to coach? Grounding, because you need to, that's the foundation of everything. So if you don't have that, you're gonna sound fucked.
Yeah. No, you're not gonna sound bad. You're just not gonna have control over every single performance.
Yeah, so in
And I
live
think
in
that's
live environments, when you go to fucking my big stadium
And
or
I
something,
think
it's gonna suck.
that's my biggest concern right now with most of the girl group vocals. They just lack grounding. They don't have the girthiness. They don't have the well-rounded sound. They don't have the warmth,
Yep.
because it's all very lifted.
Yep.
And then they don't have the control to do this. And it's not lack of ability.
No, they all are very able, all of this girl.
Iconic clip.
I don't know how much of this I can show you, because KBS sometimes.
Just be.
Yeah, they're a joke. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. We actually have to go. We have an interview as well with a K-pop group that I can't reveal yet, but happy days. Tune in and goodbye.
See ya!